Hello everyone, this is Highlander from MTG Cardsmith doing another custom Magic the Gathering card review, and today we are reviewing another card by TGBC for his set Gakuren. And here we've got another Herrscher, Herrscher of Thunder. We got like a weird mix of like Japanese-German going on here. Alright, so 6 mana, 6/6. Again, legendary. This one's a Honkai creature. Still don't really know what Honkai creature is about. But let's see what we got. We got a 6/6 Prowess Haste. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it deals damage to a creature or player, it deals that much plus X damage, where X is the number of spells you have cast this turn from your hand. Let's read this. If saving you is a sin, I'll gladly become a sinner. Sorry. Okay. For some, I don't know why, but for some reason this sounds like the start of a really bad porno. Anyway, it's not to criticize your flavor text there, but okay. So. Sorry, that's not me criticizing it either. It's just my brain going funny places. So what do we got here? We got you can slam this thing at 6. You could get a hasty attack in, and then after that, whenever you cast instant or sorcery spell, you get +1/+1 because of prowess. And then if that spell deals damage to a creature or player, it deals that much damage plus X, where X is the number of spells you have cast this turn from your hand. So it kind of has like a pseudo-stormy kind of thing. So you basically want to play this in a deck with a bunch of burn spells. And it makes your burn spells deal more and more if you've saved them up. Yeah, kind of cool. The only kind of issue I think with a card like this is I would much prefer this card to be cheaper, like a 3 mana 3/3 Prowess Haste that has like the same abilities, because at 6 mana you're a lot less likely to have those burn spells still in your hand. Burn spells, they don't scale particularly well, right? I mean, they deal well with small creatures. They can go to the face, but they don't scale into the late game like other removal does. So at 6 mana, you basically have to wait till turn 7 until you can actually get this effect going and excuse me. And by that point, it's tricky to have a bunch of burn spells in your hand on turn 7 that you haven't used yet, especially if you have to cast them from your hand. Like, okay, you could, for example, if you could like do this thing with Mizzix Mastery, where you just like cast Mizzix Mastery and cast all these spells from your hand, from your graveyard, and then this all of a sudden becomes like this like crazy finisher. That'd be kind of neat, but here you have to cast them from your hand. So I think this would work much better as a cheaper card. Even though this is supposed to be like powerful being of some kind, I imagine, because the art. I think it's fine to make it not 6 mana 6/6. You know what I mean? So I think that's my main issue with this card. I think you can change this wording a little bit. Let's just take a quick look. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell. How about this? Instant and sorcery spells you cast that, let's see. No, I think, sorry, I have to get this right. I believe it's whenever an instant or sorcery spell you cast, deals damage, it deals an additional X damage, where X is the number of, okay, you've got spells period, so it's not actually instant or sorcery, it's just any spells. The number of spells cast from your hand this turn. Okay, so I take a little bit back what I said. I thought, well, not exactly, kind of. No, because these are any spells, so it's kind of like Storm a little bit. It's not just instant or sorceries. So I take a little bit back about what I said about it being too expensive. I still think that's kind of it. It's less of an issue slightly, but I think it's still kind of an issue because again, you know, red isn't really known for its card advantage. I mean, and you know, nowadays there are ways to get card advantage in red, but none of them really keep cards in your hand. And you know, of course, you can pair it with blue if you want. But and that's really probably what you want to do with a card like this. So really, you only need one burn spell and then a bunch of other spells, you know, blue spells that cycle, things like that. Interesting finisher. I do think it could be a little cheaper, especially because, like, you know, another reason to make this card cheaper is, like, you know, if you cast this on 6, and yeah, you get to attack with a 6/6 haste, which is nice, but then they could just kill it, and, like, this looks like a nice little win condition card, and if it has to, if you have to sort of survive, she has to sort of untap in order to do the thing. It makes the card pretty vulnerable to removal. Whereas if this were like a 3-mana card, you could play this card and then still do other things, and she would count as one of the spells that you've cast this turn to boost your burn spells. If you get what I'm saying. So idea here is kind of cool. You're sort of giving your burn spell Storm, you know, it's a red card. It's a cool red card. It does red card things. It hurts things badly. Again, I think you can reword this a little bit. I do think this card would benefit from being cheaper. And if you just had like one extra just one extra line break here, your formatting would be really nice. Although there's this dash here at the end. You were doing so. There's some cards that have really good formatting here, and some of them that don't. So I'm happy to see that you're improving with it, but just be consistent, please. Yeah. So this is a fine card. I will give this one a 6 out of 10. And again, this is another one that could be a 7 out of 10, but just because of some of those issues that I mentioned, I have to take some points off. So 6 out of 10 for my Herrscher of Thunder. Thank you guys for watching.